on, guys? It's Jazzy. Today we're here on the purple carpet of the new amazing movie If, and get ready for some amazing interviews. What's going on, guys? It's Jazzy, and today I'm here with beautiful, talented actress, Mrs. Emily Blunt. Mrs. Emily, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so well. You're very good at this.
Thank you so much.
Intimidatingly good at this.
Today I'm here with director, producer, and very talented actor, Mr. John Krasinski.
Jazzy, we gotta hang out more often. You're making me feel great.
You're welcome. You know, I had to make sure I got that intro in there.
You did it. You did it well.
Thank you.
And also the most energetic interviewer of the day.
Thank you so much.
Guys,
I really appreciate
it. Everybody take lessons.
Thank you, Mr. Krasinski. Well, you wrote, directed, and produced If. So first off, congratulations on that huge accomplishment.
Thank you so much.
So you were inspired to create this movie during the pandemic so that you could show your kids that there is always hope and someone there to have your back. So why is this so important to showcase, you know, that message in your film?
First of all, you're the best.
Thank you.
I gotta say, my kids are my inspiration every day. I love hanging out with them. I love watching them disappear into this magical world. But I gotta say, you know, as we grow up, you realize that, well, what do I do when I'm having a bad day? And you realize a lot of people feel alone, I think, on their bad days. They go, oh, I'm the only one that's having trouble at school or trouble with friends, and it's not true. So I thought this movie would help you remove all that and realize that everybody, when you go through a bad day, it's totally cool. You can just remember that that magical world of love and hope is waiting for you all the time.
That's such an important message to really spread.
Yes.
And not only that, but being able to actually show your kids that you're always going to have your friends there that are going to have your back, no matter what. So there's always going to be people that you can lean on, and then people can lean on you for support too. So it's all about just supporting each other.
This is the best interview I've ever done.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you're great.
I'm here with legendary actor, Mr. Ryan Reynolds. Mr. Reynolds, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good, thank you. I feel a little older than I did a minute ago being called legendary. Thank you.
You're
Very
welcome,
nice.
and I apologize for making you feel old.
No, I don't mind. I like getting old.
Well, I like to highlight the importance of bridging the gap between generations. And in this film, If, you actually had the opportunity to work alongside someone who finally had their first major role in a movie. What was your biggest takeaway from that experience? And did you learn anything new from Cailey in the process?
Jazzy, you compose beautiful questions. Let me just start with that.
Thank
That's a
you.
great question. I learned so much from Cailey because when you work with somebody who's that kind of new to a business and young, they're just honest. They don't have any kind of agenda. They're not coming with any kind of weird, like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll play this character with a limp for the whole time because I'm bored. I've done this 10 movies in a row. So she was so fantastic. So I really noticed a lot of tiny things with Cailey. She was always so present, and she was always in the movie trying not to cry. She's a very easy person to make cry. So as an actor, that's a great attribute.
I feel like it's very important for everyone, no matter what generation you are part of, for everyone to learn from each other because everyone has their own experiences that we can all learn from.
Yep.
So as long as we all teach each other, that's all that matters.
Hell yes, absolutely. Well said.
Thank you.
You
Appreciate
kind of planned
that.
this vibe.
Yes, we did. We definitely planned the matching dresses right
This is
here.
kind of my ode to the character I play. I play the unicorn in it, and I feel like this is the dress she'd wear if she could be a human.
Mrs. Emily, your journey to overcome your childhood speech impediment has been very inspiring to many across the world. How has overcoming your childhood challenges fueled your creativity and confidence on screen and off screen?
That's an amazing question. I'm very grateful for having a disability growing up with my speech because I think it probably did help me go inward and live in this imaginative, sort of playful place in my head. And I think a lot of people struggle with something growing up. That just happened to be my thing. I think I learned a lot about empathy. I think I learned about not humiliating people. It's okay to struggle with something. It's okay to put your feet to the fire and overcome something. I'm immensely grateful. It's just a part of my story, you know. I think sometimes when you're going through something hard, you think it's all of you. And it's not, it's just a piece of you.
Today I'm your talented and hilarious actor, Mr. Steve Carell. Well, how was the experience for you reuniting with your buddy John Krasinski from The Office and in this new amazing film, If?
Thanks. He's the best. He's a super nice guy, very talented, a good friend, and so all of those things together, it was a dream to be able to work with him again.
It was so much fun. Here's the deal. I wrote Blue to be Steve. So when you look at Blue, it's like I thought of Steve because he's funny. I thought of him because he's super sweet. He's super nice, and he gives really good hugs, which is probably scary because now everybody's going to watch this interview and just run up and hug him. But I wasn't sure he was going to say yes. And then when he said yes, it meant so much to me because he's like family.
He said that it was very great reuniting with you as well. So that's really cool that you guys were able to reunite. As I said to him, you guys are two peas in a pod. And I think that I'm speaking for all of us out here. when I say that we cannot wait to see more of the dynamic duo between you guys. You guys are
would-
hilarious.
I would work with him anytime, any place.
Today I'm here, very talented actor, Mr. Matt Damon. As a proud Bostonian and huge sports fan, we have to know who is your favorite Boston Celtic and what are your NBA playoff predictions?
Wow, that's a great question. It's hard, I love everybody on that team. They're so great, so I don't want to single any of them out, but, we love Jason Tatum. As for predictions, it's going to be a couple tough series to get to the finals, but I'm hoping we get there, and going to Denver a little bit. I'm hoping we can take it all.
That's a lot of confidence. I'm actually from Brooklyn, New York, so of course I'm a Knicks fan.
Now. Oh, yeah, well, they're great this year. They're having a great year.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much. Yeah, Jalen Brunson, he's balling out like crazy. But also, shouts out to Jason Tatum, too, because he's also doing his thing. He's doing a great job on the Celtics. But just saying, I'm a Knicks fan, so I can't go for you guys all the time.
I understand.
But
That's
hey,
totally
when I
fair.
do get the chance to, I will.
I appreciate it. And
You're
by the
welcome.
way, are there any job openings on the NBA on TNT? Because I think you could hang with those guys.
Put a good word for me.
I'll call Chuck.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. You worked as a mailman for several months in Littleton, Massachusetts, before your big break as, an actor.
Yeah.
So how was that experience, and did you have any interesting experiences working as a mailman?
I did. I worked as a mailman through the Christmas holiday. One day there was a blizzard and my car broke down and they had to come out and find me in the middle of nowhere to rescue me, to get me back to the postal center. It was a tough job. A lot of respect for postal workers.
That's scary, being stuck in the middle of nowhere. Oh my gosh, in the middle of a blizzard too? Well, I actually was wondering if, you ever got like the regular movie mailman experience, like your car getting chased by a dog or like getting hosed down by creaky neighbors or anything like that?
I got bitten by a dog once, so that was fun. And then I had to go to the hospital and get a tetanus shot because you never know if,
Right.
if everything's okay. One thing I used to do at Christmas, there would be letters to Santa. And I would leave a note in every mailbox that had a letter to Santa and say, your mail has been picked up by reindeer carrier and will be brought to Santa, just so the kids knew that their mail was going to get to Santa, and that I was just making sure that they knew that.
Wow, I love that. That's so nice. You're such a nice guy for that. That's actually so kind of you to do
I
that.
thought, you know what, when I sent a letter to Santa when I was that age, I would have loved to have confirmation, like, oh good, Santa's definitely going to get it.
Got it, right. Well, I love that. I'm your actress, Cailey Fleming. Cailey, how are you doing today?
I'm overwhelmed. What about you? I'm excited to talk to you though.
I'm very excited, and again, I'm super excited to see the movie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You had a chance to work alongside Ryan Reynolds in this new amazing film and the rest of the cast in this movie. So what was your biggest takeaway from that experience, and did you learn anything new in the process?
I learned a ton. I mean, just watching John and Ryan, I learned so much. Ryan taught me to have fun and just let loose. Those are always the best scenes, is when somebody's being silly. Because I would always get nervous because, a lot of the times, most of the time, our ifs weren't there. So I would feel kind of silly talking to nothing sometimes. But he is the best, and he made me feel very comfortable. And I learned so much just from watching both of them. But from this movie, I've always been a little bit scared to grow up, and I still kind of am because I'm only 17. But I've learned it doesn't have to be scary, and you're never alone.
Well, that is a very important lesson right there. And I actually asked a very similar question to Mr. Ryan Reynolds, and he said that you were spectacular. He gave you a lot of compliments, and he also said that you were very present, and he said that you were a very easy crier, that you cried.
I do. That me and John have that in common. You can get either of us to cry with literally the flick of a light. But I love Ryan. I mean, look at him. He looks amazing.
Yes, he does.
I feel honored to have worked with him. He's one of the best. He's hilarious. He's so sweet. He's so wise. He has so much knowledge, and
Yes.
I hope to keep working with him in the future.
Well, I would love to see that. I think that would be amazing to see you both work again in the future, yeah. You have bravely shared your battle with anxiety and struggles with flying in the past.
Yeah.
How did you overcome these challenges to be the best you, and can you share some advice to others facing similar challenges in their lives too?
It's a good question. Again, you're crushing it tonight.
Thank you.
You should do everyone's job here. Anxiety for me was like a thing that I think everybody experiences. It's very normal. Sometimes I would experience a little bit too much of it. And I think the way I kind of overcame it was to embrace it, to stop trying to push it away and just make friends with it. And when I made friends with it, everything started to work out a little bit better.
Right, and I just wanted to point out how brave you really are for being able to talk so openly about it, because a lot of people aren't willing to really share what they're going through.
Yeah,
So
it feels like a no-brainer. It feels like an easy thing to talk about these days, though. The more people talk about it, the more other people talk about it. So,
true.
yeah.
But you have really, created a path for a lot of people to really share how they felt and shared what they're going through. So I really, give props to you on that one.
Thank you, Jazzy.
No problem. Well, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Oh my gosh. Well, for starters, keep your eye on this one because I think she's going places. She's got it going on. I mean, one of the best reporters I've met in this entire place. And how old are you?
13.
My God. Well, you're doing all right. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
So,
it's part of the
so
left.
much fun. Thank you so much for
Thank you
everything.
so much. Today I'm your Maya Rudolph. Miss Rudolph, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Jazzy. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Well, I actually heard that you met Prince on a 5-hour plane ride.
I sure did.
So how was that experience for you? And did you have a legendary Prince story? Because it seems as if everyone has a legendary Prince story.
I do, and it was incredible because he couldn't go anywhere. He was stuck on the plane like me. But he told me a beautiful story, and he said that my mother was a beautiful singer, and he saw her sing on television, and he said when he saw her sing, he shed a tear, and he did this with his finger. It really touched my heart.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah, he was a beautiful person.
Wow, that's amazing to know. And
story, right?
Yeah, it's a really good story. Sounds legendary. And putting this out there, my dad, he actually allowed me to watch Dave Chappelle for one time. And
I like your dad. Cool.
And it seems as if Mr. Dave Chappelle had a super legendary story about Mr.
does.
Prince.
Everyone has a legendary Prince story.
Yeah. What was the most unexpected experience you had collaborating with your spouse, John Krasinski, in this amazing new film?
Oh my God. Well, we've done a couple of movies together already, but this one was really joyful and really effortless. And I just would be able to pop in and do this voice of this crazy unicorn who was so joyful. It was awesome. He's a very enthusiastic director. Do you get that vibe from him?
Jazzy, we gotta hang out more often. You're making me feel great.
Yeah, he seems very enthusiastic.
Kind of got that vibe, right?
Yeah.
He knows how vulnerable it is to be an actor. He gives lots of yells, and he's kind of everyone's cheerleader.
You are such a talented actress, and you deserve that role in the movie that you got. But also putting this out there, Mr. Krasinski, you made a very smart move right there. Putting her in the movie was a super smart move. Just saying. It was only right that he put his spouse in the movie. So just putting that out there.
I agree. There would have been major trouble,
Right. He saved himself. He saved himself.
Exactly.
Well, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Just listen to this girl. Just do everything she says. That's what I feel. You're amazing. You're
you so
motivating in yourself. You've got an amazing spirit, and you should just listen to everything she says in life.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
See ya.
Well, everyone, I'm here, Mrs. Emily Blunt, and we're having a great time. And until next time, jazzing out. Well, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Oh my gosh. Let me think. She's pretty much the words of wisdom here. But I would say this movie is all about hope. So just know that if you're having a bad day, it's okay, because there's always somebody there that has your back.
Be kind, be nice, be friendly, and love one another.
Thank you so much. Well, guys, I'm here with the one and only Mr. Steve Carell, and we're having a great time. And until next time, jazzing out.